All right, I just read my intro twice, and I was muted all different ways. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm like really exhausted at this point, though. All right, here we go. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the 2018 California Fire Relief Marathon. I'm Walking Eye, and for your viewer pleasure this morning, I'll be doing an any percent run of The Legend of Oasis for the Sega Saturn. Just like the firefighters you're supporting today take their lives into their own hands to save the lives of others, I'll be taking damage to save time. And just like a safe community is built on the backs and shoulders of these brave folk, I'll be standing on the backs and shoulders of everyone and everything in order to save time and reach new heights. So let's join Leon the Spirit King, Dark Will, Goldman, John Waters, and the rest of the gang for The Legend of Oasis. Man, I just like really early in the morning. I had to read that 3 times. All right, so we're already into this game because I was a little behind, but I'll try to catch you up. So I'm Leon. I'm the Spirit King. I don't have a shirt. I got a lot of gold jewelry though, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to beat the guy with the silver bad stuff. That was actually a pretty good boss fight there. So I'm going to do that. This is an RPG, sort of like a Metroidvania or a Zelda game or what have you. But instead of items that I'm collecting spirits. And so you can see here, the water temple is really, really short. So I'm going to collect the first spirit, which is the water spirit, Dido. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Walking Eye, I'm never going to remember this name. There's 6 spirits. You're going to expect me to remember the name of every single one? No, I do not. So what we're going to do is we're going to refer to the water spirit as John Waters. Legendary Baltimore filmmaker and also Spirit of Water. So we got Dido here, and we did a couple of things in this dungeon. We did a little bit of a skip. We're supposed to have a bow at this point, but we don't want the bow. We don't need the bow. The bow is for people who go slow. So instead, we're gonna have to do some things to skip where the game requires you to have a bow a little bit later on. But we've got this water spirit now. Now, there's a few mechanics in this game that you should be aware of while you're watching this run. One is that I have these spirits, and I can have the spirit out basically for as long as I want, as long as I have magic. So I got this water spirit out, but she's slowly draining my magic just by being out. So I'm going to have to kind of manage my magic throughout the run, and anytime I use the abilities of the spirit, there will also be a much sharper drain in magic. So I'm going to, but it costs time, obviously, to summon a spirit or to unsummon a spirit even. So I'm going to be trying to keep a spirit with me basically whenever I need it, but there will be a lot of summoning and unsummoning as I unlock more and more spirits. So what's happened in the story so far? Ooh, that guy's not there very often. Is the guy in the village. He's the guy in charge of the village. His name is Orden. Ooh, I ran into that sign. Orden says, you gotta go fight the evil guy. And Leon says, okay, we're going. So he won't let us out of the village until we get the water spirit. So we found the water spirit. We're friends with now. And now he says, oh no, there was an earthquake. You gotta go find the fire spirit now. And so, okay, here I am. I'm in the fire shrine now. And so this is kind of one of the first mechanics that the game teaches you, which is that the water spirit can freeze these things. And we need that in order to pick up the rod there. The rod is just kind of a melee weapon. It's more of a blunt weapon. It can do a surprising amount of damage, as well as it can break dead trees. And the dead trees is the biggest reason why we need it. So we're going to do that. So you'll notice so far, I haven't really killed anything except for that one boss. And this is the first time where the game actually requires you to kill something. Ooh, that guy's going to helpfully kill himself. So we'll just switch weapons. Leon likes to show off his weapons when he switches to a new one. The movement in this game is very, very odd. Very, very difficult. When you see me running, you're going to see me like start and stop every time I go into a run. That's because there's no like run button or anything. Leon walks by default. Instead, what you have to do is you have to double tap a direction. And then even after that, he does this big long slide where you just have no control over the character. And he's just doing this big slide. So we're gonna go ahead and work within these bounds. And you can see me, I grabbed that key out of that dead tree because I killed it with the rod. So these keys are very important. These keys are interesting because they are, well, the easiest way I can find to explain it is they're Zelda 1 rules. They are dungeon agnostic. You can pick up a key and then use it in any other dungeon in the game. And so this one we're going to have to use in this dungeon, but very shortly we'll be using keys in other dungeons where they don't belong. And we'll be doing some things to skip those. But right now, the game's still pretty straightforward. This is the last of the real short dungeons. We're going to get the fire spirit here. Assuming we can have a good fight. This is Ogre Tank. These first 2 bosses are very, very easy. And sometimes he spits a fireball and then I get knocked down. And it's very sad. But you can see me doing this triple flip here. So in order to do this triple flip, I got to go forward, back, forward, and then hit B 3 times. So you're going to see me doing a lot of dancing kind of in the middle of the room in order to line up that. That is by far my strongest attack, assuming I can get the boss to sit still or whatever my target is. So we did it. We beat Ogre Tank. We're in here now. We got Ifrit, a.k.a. Mike Fires. Shout out to Mike Fires and the entire Oakland Athletics. Good luck in your quest to get home field or the Yankees. So now that we have the Fire Spirit, now the game starts to open up a little bit. We have to leave the Fire Temple, first of all, just like we had to leave the Water Temple. After that, it's much, much faster to get out of these dungeons. But we're going to start here. And right away, instead of this fire that was blocking us previously, now there's all these dead trees. And so we can use the Fire Spirit to break these a little bit faster for us. And get out of here. So each spirit has some abilities. And it's generally 3 different abilities. Just like a basic attack. Well, they have like 4 abilities. They have like an attack they do just on their own. Attack that they could do this like a basic attack, and then like a more powerful attack, and then an even more powerful attack. Each use increasingly large amounts of magic. So Mike Fires here. He just punches people when he sees them. He doesn't like things, and he has a fire breath, which we'll make use of, and he can also turn himself into a fireball. And we won't use the last ability, so it doesn't matter. So the guy outside the temple, he wanted us to go back to the village because there's stuff happening in the village. We don't have time for that, though. We are going down this river. This river's only ankle deep, but it moves fast. It has quite the current, so we are going to use that current to our advantage. We skip a little bit of dialogue there by taking that river and then jumping back up onto dry land. There's fish in that river, which is very impressive. They must be very flat fish. I don't understand.
Looks like we have time for a donation.
Yeah, go for it.
We got a $40 donation from X Mechanistic saying, "Hi, Mitchell."
Oh, thank you, honey.
I'll let you continue on.
So here we are. So this dungeon's a little bit more of a maze now that we're getting into it here. And the first real puzzle here is we have to light this torch. This torch is out, and the Fire Spirit does not want to play nicely with us. And that's real bad right there. All right. That's right. I got backups. So sometimes he doesn't line up right. And then we have to go refill our magic, which is those bananas right there in the barrel. And then we get the Fire Spirit now. And we're going to have to read the dialogue. Unfortunately, that we made such a valiant effort to skip earlier, where Mike Fires tells us all about how we can do, how he can punch things. There it is. Where's the fire? There it is. All right. We did it. Yes, thank you. Ooh, what does this say on the overlay for my estimate? 120. All right, that's a good estimate. So when I initially submitted this, yeah, see, that time he went right for it. That little tree branch in the ground, he'll actually clip into that, and so we can't. All right, that's enough of Mike, though. We don't need him anymore. And actually, it's going to be detrimental to us to have him out in a minute. So my estimate for this game is 120. When I submitted this game for Cal Fire, it was 145. But we've found a few skips in the interim that have significantly reduced the estimate here. So and we're coming up on the first of those skips now. But before we get to that, we're going to have to introduce another mechanic. And so you saw me get the rod earlier. The rod, as well as other weapons that we'll find in the game later on, can be empowered. So each of the spirits could give them a special ability. So this one's going to be kind of the water spirit's empowered weapon to make the rod into the rod of purification. And I know what you're thinking. What does the rod of purification do? That sounds like nonsense. And it is. The big thing it does is it will turn plants into springs. Certain plants. Only some plants. So that's pretty obvious. And we have empowered our weapon now that we have the scroll. Turn the plant into the spring. And do that twice. Look at that. We solved the puzzle. Hooray! All right. Now we're going on to the big skip. So my weapon, when you empower it, it gets 3 charges per scroll that you've read. We're not going to have very many scrolls because we're going fast. We don't have time to pick up more than that. So I have 1 use left of this rod of purification. I might actually need to save that, so I can't attack anything and I can't switch weapons at all, because it's very important that I use that to escape this dungeon. So now I get that key from that boulder. The next thing the game wants you to do is actually fall down a hole and then continue on with the dungeon. Instead, we're going to balance this boulder on top of our head very casually. And we're going to drop it off right here. You have to kind of crouch in order to drop it off. Then we're going to go and attract these grandmas. Hey, grandma. And they're going to kill us. And that's it. I'm dead. So you can see in the top right there, I get this little red potion. I picked that up in the first dungeon. When you get killed, the last hit, it kind of sends your body flying. And that red potion is going to give us a little bit of a boost up to this ledge that we are not supposed to be on. As a result, the key that we picked up in that boulder, we no longer have to spend that key in this dungeon. We can spend it somewhere else, and spend it somewhere else we will. So this is the part where I need that last rod of purification here. Oh, I should have the chat open. What if chat's saying stuff? And right there, that spring plant. So we need that spring plant in order to escape the dungeon. Otherwise, through a big long puzzle, and it sounds like a waste of my time. Yeah. You got any more donations? I can keep talking about this game. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. This is an hour and 20 minutes, man.
Keep on going for right now.
Right. So I grabbed that key, and now you can see me kind of getting over to the edge of this. I had to do a little bit of a banana jump there. We're actually controlling myself in midair in order to get here. So we got 2 more keys. Now we're going to push this pot, which is here for obvious reasons. And jump, push it onto this ice thing, and then jump. Like, there's a lot of random items in this game. They kind of look random. We're actually going to come back to that area later, and it'll become a little bit more obvious what the purpose of that pot is. But I broke open that tree. That tree gives me a little bit more juice. It was a mighty mint. Get some good alliteration going on there. And that mighty mint is going to help us do a mighty good job of killing this boss. Assuming Mike Fires wants to help out here. So his fireball and my triple flip combo to kill this boss. So that's 3 bosses down. This is going to be the 3rd spirit. This is the spirit of Plant as well as the spirit of rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Plant. Also known as Bawu in the game. Now, Bawu is a little bit different. Robert Plant's a little bit different. You saw the other 2 spirits were... hey, how did that guy get in there? The other 2 spirits kind of float around, and they follow me and do useful things. And Robert Plant, that's not what he's about here. Oh, God. If I miss that jump, it's like a 3-minute time loss. Robert Plant, see, this is the spring plant we got earlier. Robert Plant just kind of stays planted in the ground. He doesn't have any desire to move. This is Dark Will, full name Darkness Willard. He's an Egyptian lich. We'll get into the lore about this game a little later. Dark Will wants to let us know that we need to go back to town. Like, it's really important now. So anyway, so Robert Plant, he just kind of stays in the ground. And we're not going to use him until much, much later. But and so he's kind of a pain to navigate, because when he stays, then you have to like get him to teleport to your location, and it's the whole thing. So anyway, we're back to town now. Time to catch up on the plot. There's this dark-haired girl. There she is. She's lying on the ground. She came to the village, and dark hair, as everyone knows, is a sign of evil. So nobody wants to help her. And so we talked to the main guy, and he's like, why is everybody being racist? Don't do that. And you should help her. And so here we go. Gonna go help her. And then this next part is just kind of dodge the people. So we bring the water spirit over. John Waters fixes her right up. And she tells us that she was under the spell of the evil guy, and I got to help her. And so, okay. This part is really about just dodging the townspeople because they love to get in your way. And so we go tell this guy, old One Eye over here, what happened. He's like, great, go talk to her again. See that guy? When he steps forward like that, that's the worst. When he steps to the left, and there's little girls right there. And so she's feeling much better now. She tells us, oh, by the way, there's some cubes. Have a cube. So we got the red cube. The red cube is found. Nice work, everyone. Oh, I see we got a question in chat about the lore. All right. So we can go into the lore a little bit. This game is called The Legend of Oasis. It's kind of Arabian themed. In Europe, it's known as The Story of Thor 2. So a little bit Nordic themed as well. Also, we had that Egyptian lich there earlier, so that was good. So it's kind of all over the place. The main character's name is Leon, which is not a name that derives from any of those things. Yeah, it's just kind of a mishmash of everything. It's just, I think some Japanese people just kind of liked some Western mythology and went to town. So we use the red cube in order to get in here. This guy wants it, but it turns out he's defeated. So now we're going to go get the next spirit, the spirit of sound. And we take Mike Fires in with us. Mike Fires is going to be important later on. It's a real pain to summon him anywhere else in this dungeon, so we're just going to let him sit with us for a little while. And the theme of this dungeon is kind of 3 switches. Oh, I made that jump. That jump's not easy to make. Everything in this dungeon kind of requires a series of 3 switches, and those switches aren't always buttons like you saw there. They're usually something else, in fact. But I'll point that out as the run goes on. So get back here. I'm very proud that I made that jump to that platform, because Leon slides at the end of his run. You can see him slide. If you missed it, I do it all the time, so you don't have to pay that much attention. All right, this next room, there's a little bit of a puzzle. You're supposed to get the Rod of Purification and all sorts of spirits, and you're supposed to heal this plant, and that sounds like a waste of time. We'll just jump on this rat's head and get the key. It's much faster. I like a developer somewhere just like figured out how to make things stand on other things and just went way too far with it. They just went way too far with it. So you can see that guy throwing bombs. Man, it'd be sure nice if I had some bombs to stand on. I'll get that later. All right, we're gonna say bye to Mike. We're gonna get John Waters back. Mike Fires will actually, if he's punching these guys, he will actually heal them. And if they touch that green fire, it'll make them stronger. So we need to kill all the guys in this room. And what better way than with some bubbles? But that's all we need for John Waters. Now we just gotta wait for this door to open. So we lit 3 torches in order to get in that room. We disabled 2 green fire things. And now we're going to go, and the 3rd green fire thing, it turns out it's already disabled for us. And now we're going to go play a physics game for some reason. Oh man, somebody's asking, how much do I hate playing this game because it's isomorphic? And then also something about drinking too. This game, like, you can't tell what layer anything is on. It's just all, like, isomorphic is supposed to be at an angle so you can tell what, like, relative depths of things. You're going to see me walk downstairs and you're going to be like, whoa, I thought he was going upstairs. Jeez, I'm having trouble with this guy today. So I released a spike ball kind of from a prison thing. Yeah, there it is. And we got a, ooh, that's actually a pretty good one. Oh, I thought I was going to kill that bomb guy. There we go. All right. Ooh, actually, those bananas are great. So we manipulated the spike to hit the rock pillar, and it was great. So here we are. We're in this room. These are mimics it starts to introduce you to. Now, mimics are interesting because mimics are a very Western thing. Like, there's no concept of mimics in Japanese lore, as far as I know. In Japanese mythology, excuse me. So this just goes to show how, again, it's just a mishmash of everything. Which is great. It really gives it a lot of flavor. All right, so we get the level 2 rods. So some of the weapons, all of the weapons, level 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to be getting some of those, not all of those. So we'll be getting, yeah, the level 2 rod, though, does such a significant amount of damage to the next 2 bosses that it is definitely worth getting. So we have the next kind of spike puzzle, and this is the last spike puzzle. Thank goodness. All right, there we go. Gotta get them both down there. And this one can be subject to a bit of RNG. I'm getting better at controlling. It's still not great. Oh, those guys are going to go fast. There we go. No, didn't slow it down enough. I don't need John Waters anymore. So there's a pillar that has a key in it. Oh, this one might be good. Nope. Nope, we got hit. Thanks. That might be good. All right, that's looking good. We get it up the stairs. There we go. Go back up. No, I can slow it down a little. Sorry, this part is just me bouncing a ball around. If you got anything to read, that'd be great. If not, we can watch me bounce this ball around. We got to hit this top pillar here 3 times. All right, never mind. He just hit it 3 times for us. Hooray! We got the key. If you do 100%, you get pillars. You got to break that last one too. It's got to jam in it for 100%, and I'm just gonna die there. All right, it's fine. Watch out for these electrical things. I died to one of them. It's okay. I got an elixir. That's why we have safeties. That's actually a really good thing. I don't usually die there. It's fine. All right, this is the next set of 3 switches. We're gonna push something heavy onto that rock switch. So that's 1. And what this is gonna unlock for us is gonna be bombs. And bombs, as you might expect in any good adventure game like this, is bombs are stupid broken. You can stand on them. You can throw them at things. You can launch yourself across the map. It's great. Bombs are great in every game.
Wouldn't be an adventure game if you couldn't do something stupid with a bomb. Exactly.
So we're going to do all kinds of stupid things with the bomb. These are just the level 1 bombs. We're not going to get any more level bombs because after that, they actually start to hurt us. But the level 1 bombs is great. And we can only carry 10 of them at a time, but that's all we need, it turns out. And we're going to see that right now. So you can see this is a giant iron ball. We could do what it intends. What you're supposed to do with this is obviously Robert Plant comes out and then you'd have him eat it. I don't know why that is. Also, there's robots now. But instead, it's much faster to skip his dialogue where he informs you that he can eat iron balls. And instead, just a little bit of lag there.
So how big is that iron ball that you just bombed yourself over?
Yeah, exactly. You can do anything. This game is awful. It's probably about 1 1/3 Leon's. That's how I would measure it. So now I got the next upgraded weapon here, the next empowered weapon, which is the flame sword. Flame sword is completely useless. It has marginal utility against the final boss, and it's literally in our way as we go, and that's why we pick up 3 fire scrolls. Other than that, it's got no value at all. Go ahead. Sounded like you were going to say something.
Oh no, you're good. Keep on going. I'm just listening and enjoying.
All right, I'm gonna keep going. So what I've done here is we kind of we unpressed, I guess depressed. No, it's not really depressed. Depressed is a weird word, man. We unpressed 3 buttons in order to get to that bush that you saw me throw a bomb at. I threw a bomb and a little electrical spark came out. That's going to actually light up one of these things. And it's going to be the 3rd one of those. A robot helpfully did the other one. And we just got to wait here at this door. And, there it goes. How many MC Hammer, Mick Hammer jokes? Mick Hammer. Listen, there's no hammers in this run. I don't know why you would think there would be a hammer in this run, despite the name is the story of Thor. No hammers. All right, so we did a little bit of bomb jump there. Now, this is kind of a bomb step. I just kind of stepped on the bomb and jumped up. I don't know how nobody tested that. Come on. Ah, he fell on my head. That guy blew himself up. All right, we killed those guys. We're going to see a little bit more busted things with these bombs later on. But right now, we're just going to be sticking to bomb steps. And you're going to see another one right here, although it's a little bit trickier because I can't actually see the bomb. So I have to hope that I jump on it and then jump up and everything's good. So we got 2 keys. We're only going to need to spend 1 more. And now we're going to go fight the next boss. This next boss is named Tim Tim. And in order to get into Tim Tim, you can see these crystals. These crystals are mysterious. What could they be for? We have to solve the switch puzzle. The switch puzzle is not randomized, so I just know the answer to the switch puzzle. So we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead in. Master Darkwill said, none may pass here. His full name is Darkness Willard. All right, so Tim Tim is this little sand monster. Hate him. This is the most difficult boss in the game for me. And like, it looks like I have him stun locked. I do not. Yeah, you can get him about that far and that's it. And then he does different phases. Yeah, okay. So Tim Tim, he has a bunch of different phases. The goal is going to be to kill him before a sandstorm. See, he gets quicker the less health he has. Oh, I was lucky. I'm glad I got something off on him. Yeah, he's getting quick now. Yeah, and there's the sandstorm. All right, that's okay. We're going to keep going. There's nothing I can do during the sandstorm to wait for the sandstorm to disappear. If he spawns that skull thing on top of me, I'm basically... All right, he's down here somewhere, I think. One more hit! All right, we got one more hit on Tim Tim. There it is. All right, we're done with Tim Tim. Tim Tim's dead. We've unlocked the Spirit of Sound. In-game name Brass. Real name Steven Soundheim. Shout outs to all the musicals fans out there. We got a lot of crossover between the speedrunning community and the musical theater community. No.
I say, so was this game also the inspiration for Sandstorms by Darude?
We'll go with yes. Why not? Let's do it. What year was that? This game was 96.
I would guess early 2000s, but I have no idea.
Yeah, it was probably definitely that. So because we turned in our elixir earlier because we died, we're going to pick up another one here. And so we got Steven Soundheim with us. Spirit of Sound. He is the best spirit in the game. He does what you tell him, unlike every other spirit. And he has ridiculously powerful AoEs. Just like absolutely insane. And so there's actually an item that I haven't picked up yet. There's a gem for every single spirit, all 6 spirits. And as you get more gems, you get more max magic, and that spirit gets powerful. Their attacks get more powerful. They get to stay out longer. It's good to have gems. We don't get any gems in the game. The only gem we get in the game is we get one for Brass because it's in the way. It's not in the way, but it's in the way. And it's absolutely worth taking a couple of seconds to get it because his AoEs are very, very powerful. So you can see we're back here in the Forest Shrine, and we're going to go back to that pot. So that metal pot is because that's right where the entrance to the next shrine is, the next dungeon. And you can actually summon Brass off of metal objects, such as a metal pot. And they thought that was the best way to do that. So we're going to go ahead and break that gold crystal. And we have found our way to the next shrine, the Shrine of Darkness. So I want you all, like, we've gotten through 4 spirits here. So this is the shadow spirit. So I want you to be guessing what my name's going to be for the shadow spirit. So we've already saved 1 key. We saved 1 key from the Forest Shrine. This is going to be the second saved key. First try every time. we have saved a second key now. In addition to that, we're going to be getting our next empowered weapon, which is such a wonderful, wonderful weapon. It's the Earth Sword, the green sword. The green sword has... Oh yeah, we get some good Shadow the Hedgehog. No, that's not it. Daniel Darkness. I don't know if that's a real person. Shade Wilson. No. Bill. Oh no, that's just someone. Did you just say Bill? It might be Bill. That's a good guess though. Keep trying. Keep it up. So the green sword is actually the heavy sword. This is why we picked up the heavy sword in the plant dungeon. So these are our favorite stone pillars that we need the spikes. Well, now we can just kill them with the green sword, which is fantastic. In addition to that, the green sword does like decent damage against the final boss. So we're gonna go ahead. Wow, that skeleton bone's right in my way, and get an extra scroll here. And these skeleton bones are a pain in my butt, but thankfully we've got Steven Soundheim with us. And if there's one thing skeletons hate, it's loud noises. So they're all dead now. That's what we get to go through here. Thank you, Steven. That'll be all. This will be the next kind of upgraded... well, we got to go collect a couple of keys first. But this will be our next upgraded weapon. It is the level 2 dagger. The level 2 dagger is just really good for damage. We do a lot of triple flips, as you've seen. And we're going to continue to do triple flips throughout the run and later on. So we will be getting the level 2 dagger. And you can see here, there it is, the battle knife. So you can see the dungeons are kind of slowly getting more more keys, more puzzles, stuff like that. So here we're going to do kind of a series of fights now. We're going to fight... oh, where is he? There he is. We're going to fight Goldman. There he is. Goldman's a chump. What else we got going on in this dungeon? This is a good dungeon. I like this dungeon. And then this is his buddy, Sax. Also a chump. I will pay for it. I'll pay for it later. Now, one thing I'll say is that I haven't died, which is good, because if you die, you reload from your last save. And also, I haven't saved. So if I die, this is real bad. So we're going to fall down here. That was intentional, that fall. I wanted to fall down here because this is the next part. So, you notice we get the green sword after defeating the Sax Ghost. And again, we're going to save it. We're going to save it for a while. No, I guess not a while, because I got it a while ago now. We're going to pick up Mike here, and we're going to skip some more puzzles with a friendly bomb step. And you see how it explodes and doesn't hit us if you get the level 2 bombs? So now we're supposed to use the rod here to get rid of these dead trees, but we can't switch to the rod because we want to keep this green sword. And this is the room we're going to use the green sword. There's these rock switches that we were dropping things on earlier. And instead, we're going to use the green sword to break them. Let's see if I can get back. Oh, I missed. Swing and a miss. That's okay. It's going to go around. All right, so this next jump, we can do it with a bomb. We would rather do it by standing on a zombie's head because it saves us a bomb, but we weren't able to stand on a zombie's head. Zombies are actually too tall for us to jump on, but you can kind of jump on them as they're coming out of the ground. And so you kind of get one shot to jump on the zombie while it's coming out of the ground, and if you miss, too bad. So that red chest there, we're going to be skipping that red chest. Bombs in it. Part of that. Now the robot puzzle. Robots are right at home in this game.
So like when you try to jump on a zombie's head, does it like, are you on it before it spawns, or is it like, does it actually have a height for the zombie as it spawns out of the ground? It's like
it actually has a height as it spawns out of the ground.
Weird.
So you do have to jump a little. You can't just stand on it. Yeah, it's really weird. It's really tough to do that. So there's these big electrical balls. Everybody knows from high school physics that sound is strong against electricity, and so we'll just use Steven Soundheim there to get us through. We're supposed to go all the way around this thing, but we're just going to bomb jump because it's faster. And we're coming up on a part that's going to take 1 minute and 22 seconds no matter what we do. So we might as well summon that for safety. And this is the next boss fight before we go get the Shadow Spirit. And now we just literally wait a minute and 22 seconds. That's Ghost Egg right there. Really nightmare fuel. I mean, just look at that thing. It's got a couple of noses. Those eyes keep blinking. I mean, that thing is... What is going on there? I like the mouth in the bottom right that keeps kind of opening and closing. You saw me get a rank up there. So I can talk a little bit about rank. This game does have... sort of. It's more of a handicap system. Every time you take damage, every time you heal up, if you've healed 100 points since the last time you ranked up, you will gain a rank. And that all that does is increase your... So it doesn't really do anything for your offensive capability. All it does is make it so that you're harder to kill, which is a weird system when you first hear about it, but then you think about it for a little while, and it's like, oh yeah, if I'm a bad player, I'm going to be getting hit a ton. And then I'll have more health, and then it'll be great. All right, now we can soft lock here, and we're just going to pray that we don't soft lock. Please don't soft lock. Please don't soft lock. We're good. All right, this is Screamer. He came out of the Ghost Egg. Let me get rid of you now. And we can only hit his tail when it's like slightly out of the ground. It's going to take 4 hits. That one didn't count. Oh, no, he's found us. Yes, good Screamer. There we go. That's one. How did I miss? I missed. Ow. Screamer's mean. 2. 3. 4. All right, there we go. Screamer's dead. Picking up the next spirit. This is 5 out of 6 now. Oh my goodness. I'm on the East Coast, man. What am I doing up at 5:30 in the morning on a Saturday? So this is Shade, the Spirit of Darkness, aka Felicia Rashade. Everybody's a fan of Claire Huxtable. So Shade is another unique spirit. Shade kind of sticks on your body and is like your shadow. Also has his claw attack, which gets rid of alien thorns. Those alien little plant things. Hey, look at that. Somebody liked my Felicia Rashade joke. And those portals make it much, much easier to get around the world. There are like 8 plants, 8 thorns in that room. And each of those has a portal to a different location. So we're going to make use of 3 of them total. One goes back to town, where we find that this guy's dead. He died, and he gives us a sword. Great. That's the level 2 heavy sword. We actually need that in order to get the dungeon. So we'll get bombs. This guy hoards bombs and also apples. So that's very nice for us. So we got the level 2 sword. And we've unlocked this as well, which teleports us conveniently right back to the end of the Shadow Dungeon, where we can conveniently resummon Shade and then go to our next location, which is going to be the Valley of the Dead. The Valley of the Dead is one screen that is north of the Forest Shrine. I don't know why they chose to name this screen, but here we are. And there's a whole like set of puzzles here in the Valley. You get a green sword and do all sorts of things, and we're going to bomb jump. Ow! I ran into that thing. Didn't mean to. All right, we're going to take care of this big thing. That was actually not great to hit that. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Everything's fine. So that takes 5 hits instead of the regular 2. And pull the switch, and we're through. All right. Saving a lot of time. We're doing well. We're doing okay. Spider's in my way. And again, skipping some puzzles. Just gonna bomb jump. And so this is the last game. Now, if you look, I'm kind of like actually up. Like I actually like went up here, like in elevation. All right, you can go away now, Shade. And this is important because this is the Shrine of Air, so in the clouds. But more importantly, if I fall down at any point, I will literally have fallen down to the ground below, and we'll have to make this entire climb again, which is not exactly something I'm interested in doing. All right, so we've done it. My sword has the necessary power. If I only had the level 1, not let me in. So it's good that I did cure that guy and got the good sword. All right, we're in the Wind Stride. Errol lives here. We're gonna save because I haven't saved at all, and I feel obligated. This is a marathon run. Oh, I almost made it over that spark. So this shrine is going to make use heavy use of Shade here, because one of Shade's abilities is kind of a passive ability where if you fall down, Shade will actually pick you back up. And I'm positive I am going to fall, and that's why we have Shade with us basically the entire time, so that I don't lose. You know, I lose like 15 seconds, or not even 15, like 5 seconds instead of like 5 minutes. Yeah, you had no idea where that torch was that I threw that bomb onto. Well, I don't either. I just know which pixel to stand on. All right, so again, we got to hit 3 switches here. I don't know why they continued this 3 switch thing for this dungeon, but they did just for this one kind of part here. Ah, I missed a jump. Nobody saw that. It's all right. I didn't lose a lot of time over. There we go. All right, everything's good. Again, we're supposed to turn these plants into springs like you do. And this is where you kind of start to see a little bit of the time save of the key. So instead of waiting for that key to spawn, we can just go in here and then get the key on the way back. It's only a couple of seconds, but it really starts to add up. Particularly for the next switch that we got to hit. All right, here we go. We also have our 3 weapons. We're really supposed to have the, like really supposed to have the bow. We don't have the bow. We could pick up a level 2 bow here, but we're not going to. We want to avoid bows at all costs. All right, we'll get those grapes. Is the auto desync slightly? Should I be talking slower or faster? I don't know. I'm going to keep talking the way I'm talking because I can't concentrate on talking and playing as it is. All right, so we're just waiting on this platform. We could like that gem of the time. So we can see Shade is able to kill these things at a distance. Look at him reaching out. Shout outs to Felicia Rashade. And we get that key. Kill the crackers. Their bombs are so weird. Their bombs have these ridiculous fuse times, and sometimes they're really short. But all right, so what we're doing here is we're just going to wait for this platform to come back. After this, we're going to go into the more dangerous area of the dungeon where we can actually fall down. Right now, if we just fall down, we take a little bit of damage and go back to the last time we were on solid ground instead of one of these platforms. All right, so we got our bomb refill. We got our health. 2 switches hit. We got Shade with us. Everything's going okay. Everything's coming up. Leon. Do the last one. Light the torch. It's going to appear there. And we're going to pull out the level 2 sword. We're going to need the green sword. And we're going to need the green sword for the boss of this dungeon. And so we're going to grab the green sword. And then we're just going to save it, basically, until the end. I'm very excited about this boss fight, too, coming up. So we line ourselves up, and we fall down. That's fine. See, Shade picks us back. I wanted to demonstrate that. I fell on purpose. I didn't fall on purpose. I lied. So a little bit of navigation through here. And we're through. So we're getting a little low on magic, and this is where magic starts to come into play. Oh, God. So we're going to have to stop at this magic circle and get a full refill. It's a little bit dangerous in this area just because certain types of enemies will really, really hurt those jellyfish things in the air. But in this room, we're supposed to get a bow that has the ability to kill these things as well. Oh god, that thing will kill me. Everything's fine. And we're supposed to use that bow to aim up. You're not supposed to actually shade to hit that thorn and kill it. But thankfully, we were able to jump and you press the 2 buttons at the same time. So we got shade, we got a decent amount of magic, we got enough keys now. Let's go ahead and skip the next part where the game really wants you to have the bow. This is a bit more of a tricky bomb jump. We're going to put it on the corner here and then jump, and I missed. We'll give it one more try before I really embarrass myself. There's a slightly, I mean, it's slower now because I screwed it up the first time. Yeah, no. All right, it's not going to happen. If you get it right, you end up, we can just stand here instead. Those fireballs go by. So it's a little bit faster because then you don't have to wait for 2 cycles. Once you pick up this key, a bunch of spawn in the way, and you gotta kick them. When you kick, it doesn't use up your sword. So we're allowed to kick, but it's tough to kick. You gotta be right up against something. Ooh, that guy just fell to his death. Take that. All right, there's a robot puzzle coming up next. And as much as we like robot puzzles, we also like not doing them because they're slow. So we're going to, again, kind of boost our way through. We have iframe, but instead we had to turn in our elixir, which is fine. Doesn't matter. We needed full magic at this point anyway. No, that is the wrong thing. I want to hit the water, please. So we still have this green sword. We have to defeat these 3 gargoyles now in order to get in here. And the best way to do that is this tornado that John Waters has. Thank you, John Waters. I do know the future. I am the future. And this is the room right before the boss. We're going to have to take out all of these black pillars. And you can only do that with the green sword. And this is why it's so nice to have this, because in order to get the green sword in this room is kind of a pain. But we do have to get it again anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the current, green sword in order to... Ooh, I got to put out that torch there. Thank you. We're going to use the green sword to take out all the pillars, and then we're going to refill our green sword and then use that to take out the boss. The boss is awesome. This boss is fantastic. It's like a bird made out of rocks. It's called Warhead, and he's great. And if there's one thing that Warhead hates, so now we're refilled, we got 6 up now. And the door's open. If there's one thing that Warhead hates, and it's green swords and loud noises. So we're gonna get our friend Steven Soundheim, connoisseur of loud noises. Here we go. Oh, it's Myra. It's the black-haired lady from the village. Again. What a twist! We gotta wait a minute for him to become vulnerable. And so Warhead's building up power. He's gonna turn into a giant eagle thing. We can't get him. And he's just gonna turn into this little thing, and then we sound him to death. Yeah, get in the corner. I'm gonna pick up some magic refill so we have more sound. He tries to collect his rocks again, but he's not able to because he's dead. So the 0 cycle on Warhead is really fun. We're actually gonna get this. This is a lucky drop here. So that's it. Then Wario starts talking to us. No, that's Agito. He's the evil bad guy. So you can see this thing on my arm. It's on my left arm, unless I'm facing left, and it's on my right arm. It's a golden armlet, and that's what lets me summon the spirits. So this is the 6th and final spirit, Errol, the spirit of air, aka Errol Flynn. And we are in like Flynn, and now we are out like Flynn. I saved once. I did. I should save again. That's a good point. Here's a save circle right here. Look at that, I'm rank 6 or 5 or something. Yeah, no, I don't understand the Wario laugh either. Back in the Valley of the Dead, we fell down, but this time it was on purpose. We have this green sword. Like, it's kind of there for... Ow! Grandma got in our way. We got plenty of bombs. We need that bomb, and we need one more bomb, and refill the bombs, so it's fine. Everything's good.
Just a random aside, I love the sound effect when you fall down a pit.
Oh, yeah, he's like Tarzan. I forgot to mention that. It's a good point. The sound effects are great. The music in this game is actually pretty good. It's not bad. The biggest problem with it is they screwed up somehow, and there's just like this huge delay in between tracks. I don't know what's up with that or anything, but
I would guess disc read speed, honestly.
Yeah, it could be. The Sega Saturn is it is a machine console that you can have. I started playing this game. This game is actually the second in a series. The first game was Beyond Oasis for the Sega Genesis, and when I was a little kid, I had a Sega Genesis and I had Beyond Oasis, and it was just the greatest game. Like, I loved that game. And I always wanted to play the sequel, but nobody had a Saturn because the Saturn was terrible. But now I'm a grown-up, and I got as many Sega Saturns as I want, which is 2 for some reason. Don't know why that is, but I have 2. All right, we got 2 bombs. You can see him, like, this is the second invisible chest that I've done. You can see him with Felicia Rashade's ability, but I just know where they are. So we're in the Mystic Room. Mystic Room is the final dungeon. And we're going to jump off at a very specific point in order to land on the weird thing's head. And then slowly walk over to here. And get our bomb refill. Ow. Stop that. These skelebones are annoying. Now, this is one of my favorite mechanics in the game. Coming up here. You can eat plants to grow. So I'm going to grab some giant ginger. Because we love alliteration. And then I physically get larger for some reason. And it's great. So I did that, and then I was able to make that jump. There's a whole robot puzzle you do with the air spirit, and Arrow Flynn's supposed to, like, turn on the robot, and you got to do it 100 times, and it's just awful. So instead, we just do the giant ginger, and we do a banana jump, and then everything's good. And now we're going to go and collect the level 3 rod. The level 3 rod is going to do work against the final boss. And there's kind of a boss rush just before the final boss. And the level 3 rod is indispensable. And we don't have any magic. All right, that's bad. Not that bad, though. We got backups. Let's go this way. We're going to refill on magic now. So the reason I was short on magic is because I didn't refill properly. Why was I short on magic? I'm never short on magic there. I always have an elixir. Oh, it's because I died trying to damage boost. That's what it was. All right, well, we'll just jump across these. Pick up Steven. And now this next puzzle that we're going to skip. So we've spent one of our 2 extra keys here. Come on. And we're going to spend the second one right here. We're supposed to get the level 3 sword. We just need this. There we go. Bomb jump up. Everything's good. We're supposed to get the level 3 sword here, which is a huge pain, and then use the level 3 sword plus the green sword in order to... We're going to save here. That's a good idea, right? Still rank 5. Not bad. In order to get the key. So we've turned in our 2 keys. And now we're going to do some more bomb jumping. Everybody loves bomb jumps. And we want to avoid that red chest. That red chest is a mimic, and it will murder us. So we're just going to kind of stay over here. We're going to grab a couple of keys. There's a lot of doors in this dungeon where you can go in and it won't give you a key back. And so there's a lot of extra keys if you're not trying to collect everything as a result. So we're going to collect only the fastest, finest keys for our run. Hey, rank up. And this is a puzzle you could probably figure out yourself. You're supposed to get the water spirit over here. But instead, we're just going to stand on top of this fire by bomb jumping over it. Everything's fine. Yeah, he liked the one called Player 1. Yeah, when you damage yourself with a bomb, it calls it Player 1 for some reason. All right, now we'll get the water spirit. Fine. So we're going to pick up our final empowered weapon. It's going to be the wind rod. It does exactly what you think it would. It makes it so you shoot wind out of your rod, and it pushes things, which is required. There we go. We just freeze these guys. These guys are quick. And so... Oh, God, I forgot to do something. Haha, I have to leave and come back. What's my estimate? What's my time at right now? 55 minutes? All right, so I forgot to do something. Oh, my God.
Your timer says 55 minutes.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So we're going to have to leave and come back into this dungeon. I forgot to get the second cube. How could I forget the cube? So we've only got one cube right now. We need the second cube. We're going to go pick up the third cube. That's how I realized I was missing it. So we'll pick up the third cube, and then we'll head out. So wind rod, push that key down. Beautiful. Man, I'm so mad at myself now for missing that. No, this is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. And you can see the level 3 rod really good against these guys. All right, we don't need you anymore, John. More robots. So now we have to do kind of... we're going to get the last couple of keys here. Obviously, what do you do with a plant spirit? You have them eat a crack in the ground. Man, all those years of rock and roll really get to Robert Plant, I think. So there are kind of 3 waves of enemies. Electricity, also weak to wind. Ow. I didn't mean to do that. And the first wave is going to be very, very susceptible to Shade's kind of claw attack. And then the second wave is just one giant ghost thing, which is very susceptible to the Rod of Purification. And then the third wave is just damage. You just triple flip them. Come on. There's 6 of these nerds. Oh, they weren't attackable. All right, there we go. So one shot everything, and then switch to this. Woo! It's okay if we end up turning in our elixir, because it's fine. I died, but I have an elixir, so it's okay. And one more to kill. Everything's good. Look, the chest fell on my head. It was funny. The purple cube is found. Excellent work, except for the part where you only have 2 cubes. I'm glad I remembered, though, because otherwise if I go like for dungeon, then the lady will yell at me and say, you don't have enough cubes. You only have 2 cubes. Alright, we're going to keep going, though, like everything's fine. Because it is. Everything's fine. Hail cube. Thank you, Dandruff. We're supposed to push that rat back here. If you actually have any spirit summoned, the spirit will automatically attack that rat, then you can't get out. Which is very embarrassing. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of preparation for our return trip here. Oh, Shade caught up to us. That's good. I don't need anything else at this point. Alright, let's go. Let's go. I'm trying to figure out how to route this. This is fine. Everything's good. Everything's good. So the cube, the second cube that we missed, I was supposed to get it on the way to the Shrine of Darkness. You're actually supposed to get it. So I was supposed to get it way, way early. You're actually supposed to get it after you've collected Errol Flynn, because you're supposed to use her Fluffy Ride ability, which is what it's called in-game. I didn't make that up. In order to... Alright, here we go. We're going to save again. Ooh, I got 2 ranks. You're supposed to use her fluffy ride ability to get over. I bet you can guess what kind of jump we do in order to skip that part. Listen, this is great. This is fine. Everything's good. This is actually going okay. Like the run, like I haven't died. Tim wasn't too bad. I almost died to that guy right there. As I was saying, I haven't died. Any elixir either. I could get out of here without screwing
So there's the one elixir you used early, wasn't there?
There's what?
Did you use the one elixir, like to the one orb early?
Yeah, no, I did. It was a cube, not an orb.
Okay.
But yeah, I used that one, and that means I don't have any safeties right now. I only have a little bit of health, so if I die, that's real bad.
All right.
But it's fine. Everything's good. What do we do here? Oh, I gotta just jump. Bomb jump. Oh, this is not easy. And we'll just float across. I did forget the cube, right? Yeah, I did forget. Okay. All right, I got an elixir again, so I'm safe. I feel safe. This is a good event. There's been some really good runs. I like that hack infection run. I hadn't actually seen that game before. A run like that. It was good. Go back on the tour through the water shrine, where I actually need the water spirit in order to escape, so I should summon her. Look at the sleeping rat. He's still sleeping. Been sleeping the whole time. One of her things that she does is heals automatically, which is a pain when her heals don't hit you, because then it just wastes over and over and over. All right, going back for the cube. But that was more or less the entire final dungeon. After that, it's a boss rush, which we'll get to in a moment. This is embarrassing that I forgot this. This is not like one of those things where it's like, oh, I should have just made it up. I should have been like, oh, now we got to leave and go get the other cube. I really blew my opportunity for that. Could have been like, nope, this is the fastest route. It's not. Is it a hyper cube or just a normal cube? Somebody asked in chat. It is a mystical cube. We'll go with. It is a blue cube. How much time do we lose? Probably 6 minutes, I would guess. World record is 107. I did it. If you're interested in running this game, you need a Sega Saturn. So sorry about that.
It's not that rare a console.
Yeah, but like it's easy to find one, but it's easy to find them because nobody wants them. Did you see that bat just hit me? I'm mad at that bat. Me and that bat are in a fight. Don't you hit me again, bat. He didn't hit me again. Everything's good. Cube is found. I like how it speaks in the passive voice too when you find the cube.
So, random question. There's like 7 different Saturn controllers. Which one do you use?
Oh god, I forget the name of it. I think it's 2. I don't know. It's a good one.
It's one of the good ones. Okay, that's
obviously. I'm a professional speedrunner. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not a professional. I'm just like a guy. Just a little known fact.
You're semi-pro. We'll go with that.
Semi-pro. That's right. I have my own emote on Twitch. Twitch.tv. All right, we're back. We got the cube. We're going back to the place. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge community. It was actually cool because when I wanted to run this game, because I had, I played it before, but I had always wanted to play it. Okay, good. That guy doesn't respond. This game hadn't really been speedrun. And so I got to actually, along with the help from a couple of people who were also interested in this game, route the whole thing and kind of teach it to myself and figure out, okay, what's the best way to go? What are the items we need to pick up? What are the strategies for the bosses and the enemies? What can we skip? How do we bomb jump? Like, none of this stuff was known before we got our hands on it.
I was gonna say, how did you find out about like bomb jumping and stuff? Was it just trial and error? And like,
yeah,
oh my
it's
God,
pretty.
this
I mean, it's
works?
pretty obvious. Like, it's, you know, anybody that has played a video game before is probably aware. Like, oh man, I can stand on literally anything. I wonder if I can abuse this. Like, yes, you can abuse it. And like, oh man, bombs knock me back. I wonder if I can get knocked up to a higher platform. So definitely shout out to the community, all four of us that have taken this game apart. I don't need this anymore because I've already been here. Cool, everything's good here. So there's still routing opportunities. One thing you could do in the route is not screw up like I did. That would be helpful. But like for a very long time, ow. Ooh, well, the good news is I have an elixir, and I saved a bomb. The bad news is I no longer have an elixir. That's okay. All right, let's save again. How's my timer doing? 106. All right, so I should be finishing now, not starting to finish. Ooh, I actually jumped over the fire that time. As a result, we get to actually do a little bit of a skip here. 6 should be enough with the wind rod. No, it's not, because... No, yes it is. Yes it is. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not enough. I can't do it. Need arrow flip. What was I saying? I have no idea what I was saying. I was just talking. What time is it? It's like 6 a.m., man.
Yep. It's getting late.
It's getting early.
Yeah, I was going to say, or early.
I did it wrong.
It's also noon somewhere.
Where is it noon?
I have no idea. I was thinking about pulling up a time zone thing to like say like, by the way, it's like 1 o'clock in.
It's like 6 hours ahead. Let's figure it out. We can do this. 6 hours ahead. Where are we? We're U.S. East. So it's earlier in California. So it'd be like CET? Is it CET? Central European
EMC
time?
+1, so Germany apparently.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Germany's only got one time zone. They're on CET. Look at that. All these time zone experts in chat because they're actually from Europe because they're awake. Because I don't know what else would compel you to watch this. Other than it's for a great cause and there's some great runners. And games. All right. This is it. We're going into the final part. Here's Myra once again, black-haired fortune teller, still under control of the evil guy. And we're into the tower. The Tower of Agito. Agito's the bad guy, by the way. Heal up on this purple circle. And we're going to do a boss rush. So we saw a lot of his minions. We saw Myra, obviously, was a minion. We saw Red Demon. He was the Saturday morning cartoon-looking guy. No, I missed it. We saw Dark Will. He was the Egyptian Lich. We didn't see one guy. We didn't see the guy I'm about to fight. His name's Bludgeon. I'll leave it to your imagination what his weapon is. Because we skipped going to the town once when we were supposed to go. But that's okay. We didn't need that. We didn't need that plot. So we're going to go fight Bludgeon now. We're going to use the rod against Bludgeon. We got John Waters with us, not because we need it for this fight, but because we need it for the next fight. There's not really an opportunity to fight. So obviously Bludgeon has a sword, as you all guessed, I'm sure. And we're going to jump over it for the most part. And if we don't, that's okay. Ow. Ow. Alright, he's dead. I like how Bludgeon has a sword. That's one of my favorite parts. Alright, now we need an elixir. See, everybody was picking up what I was putting down. That's good. So we need an elixir, so we're going to go pick up an elixir here. Every single one of these, like, in fights has an elixir. It's usually a pain to get, but we will spend some time to get one here because we spent ours by accident. And it's actually important. We're actually going to need to spend this elixir for purpose in a little bit. So our next boss is Red Demon. And we're going to get a full refill here, so it doesn't matter that I'm low health. And Red Demon is kind of a unique, because this is the one that we wanted John Waters for. Yes, thank you, John, for freezing that gargoyle. There we go. Rank up. All right, full magic, full health. We're going on to fight Red. And Red Demon is unique among bosses that he can be frozen by the bubble that John Waters has, which is great news for us. And so we are going to take out the rod once again. I don't know why they made him susceptible to this. He still has a little bit of time to get some mechanics up, but not too many. When she shoots a single bubble, she's doing that on her own. Shoots 5 bubbles, that's me asking her to shoot. Okay, so we killed Red Demon. He's dead. He's kind of a chump. He looks funny when he blows up like that. It's not Jafar. It kind of looks like Jafar.
He's kind of fat, Jafar.
Yeah, okay, I'll buy that. At least he's like somewhat related to the. All right, next one's going to be the Egyptian Lich, Dark Will, aka Darkness Will. So we're going to get rid of John Waters here now, and we're going to summon Felicia Richet. And we're going to solve the puzzle here. Again, we're going to get a It's important to have full resources for this next fight. Very important, because if there's one thing an Egyptian Lich hates, it's loud noises. So we're going to bring our buddy Steven Soundheim with us. In order to get that, though, we need to kill every single thing in this room, including these invisible ghosts. And the invisible ghosts will only die to the Rod of Purification. So we have to keep re-upping our Rod of Purification here. All right, is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Yeah, that's all of them. Beautiful. And so now we have our full resources again. We have the ability to summon any spirit we want. And we are going to choose Steven Soundheim. Somebody in chat asked if it's possible for me to fill my health bar all the way to the right. Yes, it is possible to fill both the health and magic bars all the way to but we don't, because we haven't taken a ton of damage relative to how much a casual player might take. Every time you take a lot of damage, it will level you up. Ah, we missed it in one cycle. Yeah, okay, so he's dead. And Steven Soundheim doing some work against Dark Will. He has a lot of mechanics. Dark Will has a lot of mechanics, and we never get to see any of them because that sounds awful. All right, so we got one more boss before we fight the big bad boss guy, and that is Myra. And Myra is the fortune teller from earlier, and unfortunately we will not be able to, because Brass is going to kill himself to make a level 3 dagger for us. Which we are not going to use because the level 3 is just better. but we're not going to go in yet. We really want to have full health and full magic. Oh, well, we went in. Now we're going to try to die as quickly as possible. Kill me. All right, we did it. And we're going to attempt to stun lock her. No, that didn't work. All right, this is getting out of hand. Where is she? There we go. No! Almost had it. Where is she? Alright, well this plan went to hell. But that's okay. We'll just do it the real way. You can get her in the corner occasionally. And then the fire spirit will just keep her there. And you just rotate. But today, we're gonna die, and it's gonna be awful. Oh, God. We are way too low health for this. This is the thing that I feared the most for this run, was not being able to get the quick kill on Myra. And then she summons all these nerds. Yeah, alright. So we're going to try that again. That went about as poorly as it could have. We did save. Oh man, Fanciful Unicorn loves marathons. Maybe I should have taken the 4 a.m. run, or the 5 a.m. run. So unfortunately, we will have to go back through that gauntlet of enemies. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it.
It's really unfortunate that Myra has so many undead friends.
She doesn't have any, if it goes right. That's the worst part. She's got just like a lot of undead. And if they were all undead, it would be much easier, because then you could just bring in a different spirit and it would be fine. Man, I practiced that. I promise I practiced that. If you think you can do better than me, get a Saturn and then come and race me. That sounds great. I would like more people to run this game. Why am I bad at video game? That's true. Why am I bad at video game? Ah, I ducked under that one. Give me a break. Alright, well, he's dead. Oh, any donations? What do we got? Something. I'm dying over here.
Right now, we're just chilling. What? So we're chilling. Do want to remind you guys, we are raising money for Cal Fire Relief. We are actually ahead of what we raised in the entire marathon last year, which is awesome. So thank you guys all so much. We have our goal of 3,000, and we're on pretty good pace considering we're still kind of in day one. Marathon started less than 24 hours ago, which is awesome. So again, thank you guys so much for all your generosity, and keep enjoying the awesome runs. I'm really enjoying this run by Walking Eye, and we got a lot of great stuff coming up after too. So
that's true. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff in the schedule. Make sure to look at the schedule. We got that Majora's Mask one to cap everything off. Majora's Mask 3D, always a pleasure to watch that game. Especially the 3D one. I'm used to the N64. All right. That's dead.
They're really different runs too. It's pretty cool. Also, we get to we get to see Fat Jafar again too, which is great.
Yeah, he's fun. And this is another thing. Like, this isn't even from like. He's just like, it looks like he's ripped out of a Saturday morning cartoon. It really does. All right. We need to get shade now. Now we have to be careful here because we can't die. And these invisible ghosts like to kill us kind of out of nowhere because they are invisible. Face the right direction, please. We're just going to pick up a little bit of health here while we're able to. Alright, we got a bunch of the invisible ghosts there with that kill. You just kind of guess where they are, and they usually die. That bomb didn't even hit that guy. Good nerve. I had level 3 bombs that would hit him. Alright, we got it. Oh my goodness. Alright, they fixed the sync issues. Awesome. Oh no, they didn't fix it. I'm being told. They will fix it for next run. Awesome. Excellent. Alright, so we got our elixir, we got our sound spirit, we got our dagger out. Where's the dagger? We got the dagger out. And we're going to start jamming on the A button so that we can get a couple hits in on Dark Will before he teleports away, even though he just kind of teleports to the same spot. There, look at that. We got the quick kill on him. That was beautiful. Oh man, they changed it to 123. Thank you, I think. The original estimate for this was 145. Should have just kept it at that. I've been like, oh man, I just broke the world record. Ooh. All right, we're just gonna go straight in. I would love to kill you. Ooh, I missed. Now. There we go. Let me get the rod back out. Nope, that's not going to do it. That might do it. Yeah, there we go. This is what I was trying to do the first time. So what happens is he punches her and she faces in one direction. Facing, I do attack. She'll just block it just like that. And you can't really see because the guardrail statue's in the way. So I get in every other hit and do significantly more damage than our fiery friend here. And I'm just going to let him finish it. Yep, she's dead. See? It's an easy fight. It's an easy fight. Only a child could screw it up. Oh man, you're gonna have to. You just keep pushing that estimate. Is that what's happening? You're gonna be pushing it a little bit further. All right, this is the final boss. This is Agito. Unfortunately, we're gonna lose another spirit here. We're gonna lose Errol Flynn. Errol, you've served us well, but your sacrifice will be remembered. Errol's gonna sacrifice herself here in the final fight. To make us a magic circle. Oh man, now the guy's just insulting me with the estimate. I love that Tarzan noise. That Tarzan noise is great. Everything's good. I'm still going to be under the original estimate. Now. So our goal here is to just hit him with the rod. But he summons all these things which we can summon spirits off of, the 4 remaining spirits. And we're going to do just that. We can't be hurt while we're under there. What we're waiting for him to do is summon a thing for a water spirit. And we're getting a little low on health, so we're going to kind of avoid him for a minute here. There we go. So he summoned a fire spirit. Now this isn't exactly what we wanted the water spirit, but for some reason when we hit him with the fire spirit, he likes to then immediately summon the water spirit. And now we can have full health. And full magic. And now the fight is significantly easier. We'll even rank up. Ooh, I don't like those green line things. So you can see he's got a little bit of a shield on him. That's a water shield because we hit him with a water ability, or John Waters did rather. But we can throw a bomb at him in order to do some fire damage and kind of negate that. And unfortunately, he has a move where he's able to unsummon our summoned spirit, but he's also almost dead, so I don't think we're even going to bother here. Because we have an elixir still to give. And one more hit here. Hang on, let me just fall down quick. Again? Let me fall down again. That's fine, that's cool. I don't mind. Again? Are you kidding me? Alright, he's dead. He's dead. Time! Easily under that 127 estimate. The fight is a bit chaotic. We don't use the triple flip dagger there because we don't have time to get in more than one flip, so we use the level 3 rod instead. And the level 3 rod does more damage than one flip from the dagger. So again, I am Walking Eye. Walking Eye. This is Speed Gaming. We are here for the California Fire Relief Foundation. Firefighters in California, they've been doing a lot of great work, especially with this uptick in wildfires out in the West Coast. So this goes to the families of fallen firefighters, and it really does make a difference. It makes a huge difference.
My job for me over here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had to, I got to do something. If that's your job, I'll let you take over then.
No, you're doing better than I ever could. I'll let you.
Oh, it's just off the cuff, man. I gotta. Oh man, it's getting the light out. Good night, sun. So thank you very much to the people who helped to organize the charity themselves. Thank you very much to everybody in chat for watching and hanging out, even though the run went a little sideways there. Kept it on track.
Kept it interesting.
We kept it. Yeah, we kept it there. And now we get to watch this weird 90s anime. Also, how does she sit down? She's got no butt. It's very sad. Leon still hasn't been able to find a shirt this whole time. This ending sequence is kind of alluding to what happened in this game. They tried to connect the two games. Well, this is a prequel to Beyond Oasis for the Genesis, so kind of explains why there are only 4 spirits in the next one chronologically in the series. I think they should have just gone the Zelda route and just being like, look, here he is again, what a guy, rather than trying to have a history. So that was The Legend of Oasis Any Percent. We're gonna go to the stats screen at the end for a little bit of stuff. One of the things that I see every time I run this game and go through these credits is the U.S. product team here. We got producer Bill Person, which sounds like somebody made up a name for a person. Like, we need a name for a person quick. I don't know, Bill Person. Sounds good. Ship it. Put it in the game. We'll call it, because that's what I call any percent runs. Rank was 12. 12's pretty good. 97 kills. That's good, because that means we probably went fast. So we get Saint, and so those are about even. And so you can see 12. So my rank was as good as I've ever done in a run, and my time not so much. But you can also see I do 100% run. 100% is a good category too. Seriously, if you have a Saturn and you're interested in learning this game, or even if you just have an emulator and just want to mess around with it, let me know, and we can do that. And keep watching. What do we got up next? What's up next on the schedule? I close my browser.
Next up is going to be Super Fancy Pants Adventure by
That sounds exciting. I don't know what that is, but I would watch it. So stick around for that. Thank you all again for hanging out. That's all I got. I'm just repeating myself.
All right. Well, with that, we're actually going to change restreamers, and Freddy is going to be taking over for me. So we're going to bring the stream down real quick, and then it'll be right back up. So stay tuned.